Well, it seems that Disney may be playing with its $4 billion toy, Lucasfilm, because they've been asking their annual pass holders to Disneyland if they would like to see a Star Wars land. And that is friggin' awesome that they're even thinking about adding it. Well, first they asked, what is your knowledge of the Star Wars universe? Just so we know that you know what the hell you're talking about. And two, would you like to see that land?
And then everyone said yes, right?
They better have. I mean, I'm not an annual pass holder. I can't tell them what I think. But Star Tours is one of the best rides in Tomorrowland. It's arguably
either just replaced or revamped.
It was just. I actually got to see the new one. The old one was very 80s. It's a classic, but it's 80s. And they redid it. They made it
Jar Jar Binks, so it's great now.
Yeah. So you could have different combinations of how the ride goes with different beginning, middle, and end reconfigured. So it's unlikely that you'll have the same experience twice. There is
how many times you ride it.
pod racing and Jar Jar and the other guns, but there's also good things, and I think it could do really well. Think about tomorrow. Have you been to Disneyland lately? Because Tomorrowland is basically in shambles.
I have never been to Disneyland.
You've been to Disney World?
Yes.
Well, they
had Star Tours there, but it was the classic one that I read way back in the day.
Well, I'd like to see that again, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway. It's kind of crumbling to pieces. There's the People Mover, not the People Mover, it's the replacement for the People Mover. That's supposed to be like rocket rods, I think, which just sounds a little dirty. It's nothing now. It didn't work. It's just infrastructure all over the place. I think they have Autopia, which is driving around in cars, real futuristic. So that's probably the sponsorship of that's going to end soon too. There's issues with the submarine, Finding Nemo, leaking all over the place and being an expensive drain. There's innovations, which nobody, innovations, which nobody wants to really go to when they visit Disneyland.
Because it's stuff from the 80s.
Well, no, it's stuff like,
not much Tomorrowland.
Check out this Honda vehicle, sponsored by Honda. Drive a Honda today, Honda. So, yeah, I'm not going to spend an hour of my time with my $90 ticket on that.
It's an expensive test drive.
Yeah, so no. I think that could be a great change.
I agree.
It would take forever. It would be expensive. But if you own the properties and it's a lucrative property, why the hell not?
I mean, they spent $4 billion on the Star Wars intellectual property. Why wouldn't they make a theme park out of it?
Well, not a theme park, just a section of the park.
A section of the theme park. That's fine. I mean, there's huge sections of Disneyland that are not even used anymore, right?
No, there's like pavilions that are used for special occasions.
There's an island that was like left back to the wild, right?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah.
Go, internet people, go look that up. Those sections of Disneyland that are no longer inhabited and just taken over by nature.
The island in the middle of the Mark Twain riverboat area?
Maybe. I don't know. There was like a hippie protest there.
Because now it's it's pirates.
There are feral cats.
Feral cats, yeah.
Brett, come over here.
Sorry.
Join us, Brett. You know about what I'm talking about?
Where do I go?
Okay, go to Amir. We have intel from an actual annual pass holder. Brett Ehrlich.
Pass holder Brett Ehrlich. Yeah, they're feral cats. So most likely you'll see them when you get on the tram to go from the parking lot to the park itself. Off to the side, you'll see 2 or 3 just feral cats. And I asked someone, my girlfriend and I go there a lot. We asked, what's the deal with the the cats? We heard that they have 1,000 cats they let go at night. They're like, no, they just live here.
Yeah.
And they're not going to stop them because they stay away from people during the day. And at night, they actually keep the rodent population down, which is fucking batshit when you think that its main mascot is a mouse.
That's dirty.
That's that.
And that's wrong.
But there are some places that are uninhabited and some places that they're fixing.
Brett, would you be open to Tomorrowland being changed into a Star Wars land?
They already have like a daily awesome show where they have these kids and they train them how to be Jedi warriors. And everybody loves it. Even the most hard-hearted bastard would love to watch this show. They give these kids like lightsabers and then they tell them to push toward like stormtroopers and the stormtroopers fly back.
Well, yeah, they've
amazing.
got the Force.
So they should do that. I'm fine with that. The Nemo ride is kind of fun, but I could understand if they had to sacrifice it. And what they need to do is get rid of Matterhorn. I hate to say it because they recently retrofit Matterhorn to slow it down and apparently make it more jerky.
It was too fast?
They slowed it down. Well, here's a big problem with Disneyland these days is people are too fat.
Oh no.
They shut down Small World and had to for like months.
Irony.
because the boats were scraping the bottom. So they had to change the boats. So they just need to go in. They'll probably keep Small World, but everything around there, I say go for it. Star Wars it up. You bought the franchise. Do something with it.
Right?
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Brett
Brett.
Ehrlich, for that insight. I would be down for it. I think it'd be a good change. It's gonna...
And you should be too.
Yeah. What's wrong with you? Well,
shame.
they're going to build the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios Hollywood.
I didn't have to go to Florida.
Right? Well, it's not going to be for a little bit, but they've...
But Florida's awful. I'll wait.
Okay. No offense to any of you watching from
Fuck
Florida,
you, Florida.
or all offense
Fuck you,
from
Florida.
Tim. I think they would need to... They're going to need a huge attraction to fight with that, because Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Why are we fighting?
Awesome.
Why are we competing theme parks?
Well,
Why don't we just
they want to make
bring
money.
all the awesome things here, and then I can do them all every
One of
day.
them's in Anaheim, and one of them's in Studio City.
Whatever.
So, and they're generally not friendly with each other. I think if they want to be viable, that is a good way to do it. And you should use the thing that you bought for $4 billion, right?
Yeah, you don't want to let that
Play with your
classic
toys.
sit in your garage and collect dust. Just saying.
R2, light speed to